All right, Ambush, and today we are rejoined by a country singer, songwriter. It's been about 11 months since the last time that she blessed us with her presence. In that time, she's released 4 killer tracks, 2 music videos. She played the Calgary Stampede, and you know that she was hanging out with her bestie, the Grinch, as well. Of course, I'm talking about the amazing Danielle Ryan. How's it going today, Danielle?
It's good. How are you?
I am having a blast. Always amazing when I have a chance
Oh my gosh.
to chat with you. So
I've been on you for what? 3 minutes and I cheeks like hurt from smiling so hard. You're so funny.
hey, gotta bring it. Gotta bring the hype, right?
You brighten my day today. Yeah.
Hey, well, I mean, it's a bright sunny day here in BC, but we still try our best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and of course, it looks like life's been treating you fairly well over these past 11 months, which I'm very glad to see.
Oh yeah, it's been great. It's been really nice, actually.
Awesome. And of course, you recently released a brand new single here at the end of February there. February 25th brought that 4th track here in that 11-month period I've been talking about with Take Me Back. So, of course, I just want to jump right in feet first with this track. Of course, anyone who's maybe dove behind some of your music, you were working with a little bit of a different production team beforehand. So we switched it up here for this new single. What was it like working with a new team?
Oh, it was great. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with my last team that I used. I just, since I'm so new too, I love to work with different people. Different people have new ideas. And I had my eye on Spencer Cheen for a long time, actually, probably the last few years. I've wanted to work with him. So I worked with him and Justin Cutting. They're like a little team together and got to do Take Me Back with them. Went down to Calgary and they made the greatest song. They really brought my song to life. I remember actually going down there and feeling like so homesick my first day. I just wanted to be home with my dogs and my husband. And then I started driving to the studio the next day and I'm literally in the middle of nowhere driving down these like dirt roads. I was like, I think my GPS is broke. Like, I don't get this. And then we went to this place called OCL Studios. I had no idea what it even was, but it's like a studio in the middle of farmland. So then I was like, yes. And it felt like home and it was awesome. The whole experience was so great.
Anyone who I've ever spoken to who's had the opportunity to record with Spencer has also had that exact same thing where it does have like a home vibe to it. So glad to hear that continues.
Oh, yeah, it was really nice.
And of course, as you mentioned, it's nice to be able to work with a different set of refined ears. Of course, nothing wrong with the people you worked with before, but sometimes new people bring different thoughts, different ideas, and that opens you up to learning what you can do with your own music, right? So I would love to know, what is something that maybe you picked up inside of the studio from Spencer here?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Everyone just works so differently. So I think it's just interesting to see how other people go about their time and get to do things. I actually was like tracking stuff for the song, which I've never done. Usually I just send them my cut of, so like before you record a song, you have to have like a base track of like how the song's laid out, how it goes from verse to chorus to whatever. And then they'll take that track and build on it. So you just send them a track in tempo with the vocals and the guitar, basically, or whatever instrument you're using. And then usually from there, they will take it and they will play and do whatever. But I got to do all the like test tracks and stuff, which was so cool. I was different. It was fun. So I was trusted with that. I guess. I don't know that I did a great job, but I got to do it.
Hey, got to see a little bit more of the experience, a little bit more of the vibe, see what goes into things. That's awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, all right. So, of course, we talked a little bit about the production of this song. So we need to dive a little bit into the lyrical content of this track as well. So what exactly are we trying to take it back to? What are we trying to capture?
It's so funny because like I was talking to my brother the other day about the music video. I'm like, it has nothing to do with like what the song's about, but it is. Like everything, every concept we take of all the songs I write and stuff, we like turn it into something like more and just open the door to like more ideas and stuff. But the song itself is just about like I was at a time in my relationship, it had just ended, and I was like super upset about it and torn up. And I just thought like I'm scrolling through Instagram and there's all these posts of like girls in Mexico or back before they had kids or when they were younger or when they were skinny or whatever it is. And like taking photos and captioning them all the time, take me back, take me back. It's all the time. It's always on Instagram. And I was like, that is like such a core thought that I have right now of like, just take me back to back when the relationship was good, when everything was awesome, and like not this feeling right now of being sad. Like, I don't want that. And I think that can resonate with like everyone. I think everyone's felt that way. So just took that concept and turned it into that, wrote it on my bedroom floor. And I like pretty quick, I remember, I don't like, it took me, you know, the afternoon to write it. And yeah, just that was that.
Wow. Okay. So definitely some powerful emotions going into there. And as you said, it take me back can mean so many different things to so many different people.
Totally.
Absolutely. And of course, we all want to remember the good times, and it's good that we have those memories created to look back upon as well.
Yeah. That's kind of what I wanted to capture with the song. So
Hey, well, I think that you did a beautiful job of doing exactly that. And of course, the music video that you mentioned there as well, I think does an incredible job of capturing some very beautiful imagery. I must say, I love this music video and just sort of like the vibe change, like the timelines, just like boom, boom, boom. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I love it.
What was it like to create it?
It was awesome. So my brother calls me up one day and he's like, "Okay, so here's the concept. You're going to be taken back in time to different eras. 50s has to be one of them because you love Miss Maisel. And you're going to time travel in this video, essentially." And then I was like, that's great. And we kind of went off that, came up with all these ideas of what we wanted to do. I pitched it to my team at the label. They sent it over to like a director that I wanted to work with. They came back saying, it is extremely out of your budget, this idea you want to do. And I remember when my manager told me the news, I was so off put. She's like, no, it's not possible. And I remember just standing there and I didn't really say anything. And I was like, because I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, no, like it's happening. It's just the idea of how do we make it happen? And they're like, no, it's too expensive. We'd have to do it in a studio. We'd have to build all these sets. It would take days and days, and just the amount of work that goes into it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I'll get back to you though on like how we're going to do it. And she was kind of like, okay. I was like, I'm not mad. I'm like, I just give me some time. It's going to happen. And then I'm talking to my brother, my dad, and I was like, listen, they're saying it's not possible. Like, what's the idea of like what we can do? So we're pitching all these ideas, thinking of all these things. And then my dad's like, we should just do it at grandma's house across the street. Because my grandma has a living room that is like, it's like an open living room. So it's kind of like a flex space, basically. So it's open. So it's missing a wall. I was like, that's perfect for filming technically. And the whole room's white. So it's easy to like do things in there. So that's what we did. I remember sending up the email being like, hi, we would like to film a music video at my grandma's house. How do you feel about that, directing team? Like, I just can't imagine getting that email from someone and being like, hi, I want to record a video with my grandma. Like, okay, we're not doing that. So anyway, they were like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. So we did that. And the whole team was like so excited about it. Everyone that worked on the project was so excited about it. And just like such a great team, and such a like the whole experience in itself was so awesome. Like everyone did such a great job and everyone was so excited about it. And I think you could tell that everyone was so excited about it, which made it even more amazing. And yeah, it was like, it's crazy to see your vision come visually to life. Like to hear a song is like awesome, but then to like have this whole production around it, like it's incredible. I can't imagine. Like, I can't believe this is my life, honestly. It's pretty cool.
No, and I think it's pretty cool that you just get told by the label, well, it'd be great, but it was like, okay, well, it has to be possible somehow. Okay, we're farmers. So we have
Yeah.
to know somebody who's just got stuff from the 70s laying around somewhere. And
Yeah, right?
it's like, it's still in their living room.
Yeah, right? So that's what we did, and it turned out so great. I got to do all the wardrobe for it too, which was so fun. It was so challenging. I was away on vacation up until a week before the shoot, and I was away, so I wasn't really thinking much about how I should have maybe ordered everything online or whatever before. So I literally was driving everywhere around downtown Vancouver to every single thrift store, every single vintage store, trying on all kinds of things. It was so hard, but it turned out so good. The 50s, because the thing with the dress I wore in the 50s is like they don't have 100 of them. Like they just have that one vintage dress. And I actually ripped it. I ripped a huge hole in the back when we were hula hooping in the video because it was really tight. Like it was like a perfect kind of fit. Like this guy like sewed me into that thing because that was like my only option. Like there's only so much stuff. And then everywhere I went, they're like, well, if we had more notice. I was like, my bad. But yeah, it turned out awesome. It was great.
Well, I didn't realize that everybody else was going to be hunting this stuff down too, okay?
Yeah, right. I didn't know this was a thing. But now I know. And I love doing my own wardrobe too, because I've gotten other people to do it in the past. And I love fashion so much that I feel like I know what I want. So it's so easy for me just to like shop. I love shopping. So it's great.
Hey, it fuels one of your loves for sure. And anyone who keeps up with you on social media can see your creative energy that you already have inside of like the video world, inside even just like your reels and your TikToks and all of that, right? Because like I love some of the video content that you put out because like I think it was the live shows get canceled again one where like the barn door gets open and like there's like bubbles getting blown across the screen and is like, how do you come up with this? But my God, it's amazing.
It's so funny. That was my brother. Man, my brother is so creative. Like I wouldn't be half the artist that I am without him. He'll like say, he's like, you should film in the shop and hang from the ceiling. And I'm like, you're right. So I went to the shop with my friend, hung from the ceiling. We filmed the video in like 15 seconds and it went viral on TikTok. And it's just like, he's so creative, man. Like there's so many things, like even the music video, right? Like comes up with the idea and then he's like, Danielle, figure it out. I'm like, okay.
Make it possible somehow, okay?
Yeah. That's great.
We'll DIY as much as we possibly can. Lighting is everything.
Literally.
Oh, my goodness. And of course, another video that you released is hearing a new song on the radio, which, I mean, always a pretty exciting feeling, I would imagine, correct?
Yeah, it's so cool. I actually didn't even know they were going to play it. Last time they kind of gave me a heads up and was like, we might play it or whatever, stay tuned. I didn't even know. I was like in the bathtub and my dad called me. He was like, your song's on JFM. It's like, oh, it's like, I have to go find a radio somewhere. Like I can't listen. So I actually heard it for the very first time in that video and it's super cool. It's always so cool. Every single time I hear it, or when I hear Weatherman, like every single time it plays, it's just surreal to think like the journey. That's what I reflect on every time. It's like I remember recording it, I remember writing it, I remember releasing it, I remember, the messages people send me about it and all those things. And it's very cool.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing how much actually goes into one single song, right? Where some people just open your catalog and it's like, oh, hey, she released a song then. But like in your world, it's like the life that went into this and continues because like the song just released. So I'm imagining that there's probably fans who are still discovering it and otherwise who, like you said, everyone has their own feeling of Take Me Back, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of work that goes into everything. I feel like I could probably do half the amount of work and still be okay with it. But I'm just like, I want everything to be so intentional and I want everyone to love it. And I want everything to just feel special. and feel authentically me. So like, I feel like we go above and beyond in all those senses. Like for the video, for example, like I could have easily been told no and then just did some type of whatever boy meets girl type video and called it a day. But like, yeah, I really want everything to be enjoyable for everyone. And like the Take Me Back video, especially, like, I hope it just makes people laugh and smile and like happy. That's just what I want to resonate with everything I produce.
Hey, awesome. Spreading happiness while taking over the airwaves and yo TikTok screens. Danielle Ryan taking over.
Yeah. I mean, I know it sounds cheesy. It sounds so stupid, but like, yeah, I just want to make people happy, basically.
Hey, it's part of the magic of music, right? Is just making a change in somebody's life. Hey, gotta love it. Got to love it. And of course, hopefully we talked about the things that you're taking over. And hopefully once again soon you'll be able to take over a few more live stages, take these new songs to the crowd. But of course, you did get to play a few shows in this past year, including a little bit of a trip to the Calgary Stampede. Ooh.
Yeah.
What was it like to play some of these new songs for the fans? What was the feedback like? What was it like to get on stage?
Ooh, so for the Stampede, I'm just trying to think back because that was like last summer. The Stampede was so nerve-wracking for me because that was my first show since forever. I think that was my first show since COVID had actually happened and stuff. So it was my first show in a couple years. And it was like a daytime slot or something though. So it's like, it'll be chill, like relaxed, and you'll be fine, whatever. And Mariana's Trench played that night. And Mariana's Trench fans are like hardcore. So they're all at the front of this gate, all sitting there, but their backs are all facing me because they're facing like out to the park. And like, I went on stage and like most of them like wouldn't look at me. Like they were all like too cool for me. That's the vibe I got at least. And then like by like my third or fourth song, they're all like spinning around. like, I like that and whatever. And like I had my family members and stuff there. So they're all like watching too, seeing, and they gave me all the feedback after of like, yeah, it's so funny how like once you sang this song, like everyone loved it and whatever. So it was really fun. It was like definitely winning over an audience in a way, but it was just such a nice feeling to be back and to be playing. And it's funny because like when I get a show opportunity now, before it used to be like, oh, cool. Yes, cool. Good to play a show. And now it's like, I can't wait. This is awesome because they don't come often as much anymore, just with the way that everything's going and the way everything's getting canceled and stuff like that. So it's like when I get a show opportunity, it's so exciting.
Absolutely. And I'm sure that the fans who have been waiting to see you live will be waiting to do exactly that. Catch you in a crowd, rock out to Take Me Back, as well as some of the other songs you've released, some good times as well, you know.
Yeah.
Making it happen. Either way, it's going to be a good day. And I'm sure that everybody, even the Danielle Ryans, the fans, everybody cannot wait. And the best way to make sure that you do not miss out, follow Danielle on your favorite social media platform so you can stay up to date, new music, upcoming concert dates, all of that fun stuff, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go to my website.
Don't go to your
website. That as frequently. I mean, you can go there, but it's probably like outdated information. That's my task today, is to fix all that. But Instagram's immediate, you know? Yeah.
The struggle of the independent artist. And of course, the website requires a little bit more coding and work than an Instagram profile. So I can't blame you there. All right, Danielle, I have had a blast so far diving behind this new track, Take Me Back. I want to thank you so very much for joining us here on today's episode of the DTP. But before we finish it off, I have one last question for you.
Oh, no, I remember this from last time. It was something strange. Here we go. Maybe it's not. I think it is, though.
Maybe. We're diving behind you. Of course, it's been a year. It's been growth. You have grown. And of course, what I would like to know is, since we've talked about just the music, I would like to know through the process of crafting your music, building yourself through this past year, how has it helped you to grow as a person, or what has it taught you about yourself?
Oh, I think patience. I've learned lots on patience. I'm a very go, 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 go type person. And I've really learned this last year to slow down and appreciate things, and just that there is a purpose for everything. And I think that's it. I think that's the biggest thing I've learned is just, it's all in perfect timing, and it'll work itself out. Yeah.
There's a plan. Patience is a virtue, as they say.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like, especially like in the music industry, like I think online, because when I talk to people, they're always like, oh my gosh, you're doing so much and blah, 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 blah. But like behind the scenes, I feel like I'm not doing very much. Like I am, but I'm not. Like, it takes 6 months to get a single ready to go and release. So it feels slow, but it's okay. It's the process. It's how it goes.
Trust.
That's what I'm learning.
Process.
Yes.
Hey, very important lesson. And I thank you for sharing it with us here today, as well as this tale of this new song, Take Me Back. I hope you have a wonderful day, Danielle. Thank you for joining us on the DTP.
Thank you for having me. I really, really love talking to you. Thank you.